welcome to Tonic Studios.
Subscribe to our mailing list to keep up to date with all the latest Tonic Studios news.
Tag us in your mix. We love to see what you're making. Subscribe to the Tonic Craft Kit
For 10% off every order.
Never miss a video from us. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Got a question for our crafters?
Let us know in the comments.
You can find us on Facebook,
Instagram and YouTube.
Hello and welcome to Tonic Studios. Today I'm here with Leo.
Hello, hello.
We've got Alex on the decks.
Hello!
What are we here for? It's Challenge Leo
Oh my
Day.
goodness. Honestly, my heart is beating out of my chest
Oh, it's going bum diddy bum diddy bum.
today. I feel like when I did my first video back in, what was that, October, September time? Oh,
Really?
nerves all over again.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sure we'll be kind to you.
Hopefully.
Probably not.
No. I'm trying to think what that first... Oh, I know. My...
You did some stamping, didn't
I
you?
did. I had to do like a screen test, didn't I? To get
did?
my job.
Yeah, that we broadcast live around the
Yes.
building because we were testing
And
for
as I
our...
sat here, I literally had 20 minutes notice that this was going to happen. Oh, by the way, while you're here, we'd like you to do a quick screen test on some basic stamping techniques. And I get here and I sit down, I sit up and I was like, oh, and by the way, we're testing some new software. So a lot of people around the building are watching us. And I'm like, oh, fantastic. As if I wasn't nervous enough already.
Including
This is
Simon
how-
and Gareth.
Oh,
Exactly,
this is how we
exactly.
settle people in
Yeah,
Tonic.
so that was my introduction to Tonic, and I am
Nice.
starting to feel a bit like that again.
Oh,
But I'm sure
with
once
you. You're not
I-
alone today.
Once I get into this, I'm sure it will be fine.
Well, what's your challenge, Leo?
Oh, what is my challenge?
Here is your
Okay,
challenge.
let's go.
We know you love to use every colour of the rainbow,
This is very true.
but how do you cope with a limited palette?
Oh,
Oh, I don't like that look. That look is a bit worrying.
okay.
Your crafter's challenge today is to make a card using only supplied materials in 60 minutes.
Okay.
And it's good luck from Jodie, myself and Karen. And
Right.
obviously Alex as
Yes,
well.
good luck.
Yes.
Good
okay,
luck.
let's have a look
What have we
then.
got in the box?
What is in the box? Let's go. pretty
I
ribbon.
love the open the box.
Right.
Oh, I see markers. Right, okay.
Ooh, nice.
So we have a set of alcohol markers. Oh, some nice colours in here. Where am I going? Top
So
camera?
top for now, yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Let's have a look. One of everything.
Ooh. You have got one of everything.
Okay. I can work with that. Probably.
Good.
Let's see what else I've got to work with first.
We'll rack your brain now while we're doing it.
Black shadow ink. Okay.
Gotta have an ink pad.
Nope. Messy.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I have a glitter drop in Lilac Whisper. That's pretty. I like
That's
the glitter in
lovely,
that.
isn't it?
And a mica mist. Oh, okay. That'll
Have you
be
done much
fun.
with the mica mist?
I haven't done a lot with it, so
This is definitely a challenge then.
definitely a challenge, and a nice pale one too. What's this one? Pink
That's a
carnation.
really pretty colour.
I think this was in a kit recently, wasn't it? The
I think it was.
mini one.
I think it was.
Okay. A stamp club. Oh, I love this
Of
one.
Oh,
course
this
it
is
is.
Of
beautiful.
course it is. Of course it is.
We're not going to challenge you with something that's completely out of your realm.
This is very true. So this was the Wildflower Wonderland, and it's beautiful.
It is stunning.
Okay.
So if you've got your Wildflower Wonderland, tune in.
And
Watch
then
it, you know,
not a
get
lot
all
of
your ideas.
cardstock.
No,
Okay.
we haven't given you
Oh.
much.
Right, so I have
Not much at all.
smooth card in white. Okay. Classic in black. Oh, and that's it. Right, classic in no purple.
We did say
Okay,
minimum.
it is very minimal.
Where's your head going?
I don't really know. Obviously a card.
It's got to be a
Yes, gonna
card.
be a
That's a
card.
challenge.
Okay. Nice
Sorry,
and
can I
quick.
just ask a quick question? Are we going to allow Leo to use extra stuff if it's
No.
limited? So what should we tell him to put that pencil case away?
This is my
That's the
tools.
tools. We got to let use
Okay.
tools.
I have
Okay.
okay, let me just show you what I have in my toolbox because you know I wouldn't.
You've got to have tools.
I have a pencil and a pen
That's
because
allowed.
obviously I've got a paintbrush because you know I
You
had a
never know.
feeling. Yeah,
You never know.
I've got a clear mark pen, some precision glue, a craft pick,
Okay,
obviously,
obviously.
a creaser, a ball tool, and some squeezers. That's
You
all
have
I've
no
got.
unnecessary tools, I don't think. And on the
Okay.
side, you've got a
And glue.
guillotine,
Yes, I've got
a
a
stamp
guillotine.
platform, and a scoreboard.
And what I did remember, I kind of tucked Jodie up last week.
You
I forgot
did.
foam pads, so I put them in. So
You
I
did.
did remember to grab them
Oh.
today.
I'm going to throw this to you. You didn't supply the foam pads. Do you think?
No, I pull in it. Oh,
Do you think she should be allowed to use the foam pads? Should we ask? Let's do a quick vote.
Do an ask.
Let us know a
Oh.
quick yes or no if Leo should be allowed to use the foam pads
Oh.
that she's provided and wasn't in the box. Should we say hello to some people while I come
Yes, say hellos with that.
So Sue is joining us. Afternoon, Sue.
Hello.
Hello, Crosses Gaming.
hi, Grosses.
Hello.
Julie saying hello. Paul James is shouting Leo with loads of celebratory
Thanks, Bob.
things. Teresa saying hello. Rachel
Hello.
saying good evening, beautifulest ladies.
Oh, hello.
I think she thought. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it.
I'll go there.
Okay,
You've got this, Leo from Crosses.
thank you.
Crosses.
You really
Crosses.
have.
Process.
Crosses. Apologies. Sharon's bringing loads of cuppas with her.
Oh,
Lou
thanks
is-
for the cuppas, yeah.
Lou is watching. Leanthor.
Cheers.
Leathino over on YouTube is watching. Sharon is watching. Received her magazine yesterday.
Excellent.
Amazing.
And then she said I'm cute, which is why I read that comment.
Oh, bless.
We've got Kimberly watching from Omaha.
Hello.
We've got Mo
Welcome.
Manley watching from Texas.
Gosh, we're very international.
Yes, lots of
We
people.
are.
Right, so
Yeah.
here we go. Now we're getting on to it. Miss Doll is saying yes. Jean is saying yes. Rachel is saying yes, but she's biased. Right. Wendy's saying yes. Cindy's saying yes. Molly's saying yes.
I can use the foam pads. Okay, that's fine.
Daniel from Texas is saying yes.
That's a
Debbie's saying
yes.
yes. No one's saying no.
Oh,
Well,
thanks,
that's a
guys.
yes. I would
Definitely a
say.
yes from Valerie. Yeah,
That's a
hi
yes.
Leo. Yes to the foam pads. The foam
Okay.
pads.
You
Everyone's
can't
saying
make
yes.
a card without a foam pad. No.
Rachel said I can be a beautiful lady too. Thanks, Rachel.
Ah,
Oh, everyone can be a beautiful lady.
absolutely.
Here we go then.
Just need the
Okay.
right dress.
Should we get started?
Yeah.
Because we're eating into your time here.
We
Come
are
on
there.
then.
We're 10 minutes in. Let's
already.
see. Your
Okay.
hour starts No, I'll set a timer.
What elements are you looking at? and
Actually, a
thinking?
time. I'm thinking like I'm going with the biggest image possible.
Okay.
Cover as much surface
Fair
area
enough.
as I can. I'm thinking I've got this oval in here, which I didn't realise I had in this set. I didn't know there was a nice plain oval in here. I was talking to you the other day about doing a spotlight technique.
You
So,
were. Oh, that
like
fits
that.
in well. I think that does.
Okay. Let's make a card base first of
Let's
all.
go for it.
I'm going to use, and I know we say we don't do this very often. Oh dear, my voice is going already.
Oh.
Have you got some water? Do you need to go around and get some water?
I'm fine. I'm going to make a card base out of classic card. And I know we say we don't
We
do
don't.
this,
We don't.
but I'm going to matte and layer it. And I think
But
it
I
should
think
be
if you're doing, are you doing a small card or a big card?
I'm doing a half C. So,
Okay, so I think the smaller card that's layered up
yep.
is absolutely fine with a 216 GSM.
Especially since I've got white in 300, that's going to really add some
That's
weight.
going to give
isn't
us some welly.
it? Alrighty then. Card
And
black.
again, same with boxes. If you're doing a small box, classic card is perfect. The bigger you go, the heavier the card you need, so the higher GSM. Perfect.
So what do you think you are going to be making a card blank then? A card then, Elio?
Yes. Oh, it's got to be a card. That's where I would.
That was the
normally go.
challenge to make a card, though.
was, yeah.
So she's
Oh, I was to
achieving.
make a card.
It
You're right.
was.
It does
It
say to make a
was.
card. Yeah. Okay. Scoreboard.
Got to get a scoreboard out.
And oh, okay. 10.5.
Teresa said that the card is matches your sweater.
Oh, I didn't even realise. Is this what you said to wear rainbows
I did.
today?
I
Oh,
did.
Okay, now it makes sense.
I did.
It makes a
Because
lot
we
of
know
sense.
you love a rainbow.
I do.
We know you love a rainbow.
It's one of my
I didn't
most
say
favourite
the
dresses.
I didn't say the lilac card, but you just tuned in
I
there.
did. I've even got my lilac belt on as well.
Oh,
so
look at
I'm
you go.
Properly colour coordinating.
This
there.
box was chosen just for you.
It was. Okay. Card blank. Let's grab. How am I going to step this in? It's been such a long time since I've made a card this size. I'm so used to doing our US A6 card blank
Yes, that
size.
is true. That is true.
I'm having to remember all of my step-ins at this point. So, are you laughing at a comment or at
No,
me
I'm
having to
laughing at
remember?
you having to remember stuff.
Oh, it's been a while, so I would normally.
Well, she's just joined in with the rest of us now. Only one of us
Yes.
remembers anything at one time.
This is very true. So if I step it in by half,
So we all tell each other everything in the craft room, hoping one of us will remember.
she's not wrong. Generally it's me, but I don't know. I've been forgetting words as well recently.
Well,
I think
it's contagious, I can tell you.
I think possibly it is.
We're putting it down to COVID, but we're not sure really.
So, oh, that's not quite right, is it? Let's try that again.
Well, you can
Where,
always
where,
pop a bit
where,
off
where
your
did I
card
mess
for them.
up there? Let me just make sure. 14.85, 10.5. So I want to go in by 10 and 14.35, right?
Yeah?
Half a cent. Oh, I've obviously, do you know what it is? There's a 4-inch line on here.
Oh, and you've gone on the
I've
line.
gone on the line. There we go. It's fine.
That's the one thing about this, so you've got centimetres and inches. I'm always inches.
Yeah, I see. I tend to work in centimetres, but I have started to work more in inches because we have US size card blank.
We do.
Right, hold on. 14.5.
Daniel's just said words are hard.
Oh,
Words
we
are
terribly
They are
hard.
very hard.
Absolutely right. Hopefully. Second time
Are you
lucky.
right? Perfect. Take a
Okay.
breather.
I've passed my first test. Let me see if I can get an inner mat as well out of that.
Oh, well done.
While I remember. Let's do a 9.5 on that one.
I
This
like
is
to
me
see
just,
matte lines on a card, though. It brings your eye into the focus.
It does. 13.35. There we go.
Yeah.
That wasn't difficult, honest. Okay.
It's hard to
Inner
remember,
mat.
though.
It is hard to remember. And then let's hope then that this actually fits on.
I'm
No.
sure it will. I'm sure it will.
Ooh,
That's a heavy cardstock.
it is.
Mo is asking that they missed what it was what card size you were making. So what size are you making, please,
So
Leo?
I'm doing I guess it would be, an A6 card.
Yeah.
So half a sheet of A4 scored in half.
Yes.
Yes. I'm glad you're here because I don't think I would
That
think
is.
that.
I don't remember that.
Would it be a UK A6?
It would be a UK A6. But again, if you're in the US, your card size is slightly different. So yours would probably be the A2, am I guessing?
I think it might be.
Yeah, probably.
I think it is,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because it's 8.5 by 11. Yes, it is. So the equivalent in the US would be an A2. Trying to remember all these sizes.
It is.
And I like the way fashions go in and out with card shapes. You know, a couple of years ago, when I started at Tonic, everything was large cards. A lot of the time it's because they're on TV and you make a big wow when you've got big cards. But they were all 8 by 8 inch cards. Where now we've kind of seen 6 by 6 cards. But we see an awful lot of A2 and A6 as well. I suppose postage is more expensive and
Yeah, I think
Product
US
is.
postage is slightly different than ours, isn't it? I think it goes on.
Is it size rather than weight?
Yeah,
I think it is.
Yeah.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I remember somewhere that a square letter is more expensive to send than a rectangle.
Possibly.
I could have that wrong, mind. And obviously you're going to go to the size that is the most cost effective.
Is this going to fit on my layer?
Ooh,
Like a glove.
perfect.
Okay,
You could always take it off the edge if it didn't fit though.
we'll go with that.
We'll go with that,
Alrighty.
it's fine.
So, let's do some stuff. Wow, I'm making such a mess. This is like my desk upstairs.
When Leo started with us, the desk was immaculate. Absolutely immaculate. At the end of the day, everything was put away. Karen and I have to admit, we're a little bit messy.
I'm glad you said that, because it really sounded like you were throwing Leo under the bus. You honestly started that. Is before Leo started in this craft. In our craft room was absolutely immaculate.
No, it was.
What you meant to say was the desk itself, because no one was sat there.
That's true. We took over Leo's desk.
Do you know-
Then we had to clear it for Leo to start working. But now we've gained another desk now because Jodie comes down more frequently.
Yeah.
Well, you can't see that desk either.
No, we've moved over there as well.
It doesn't matter how many desks you put in our room. It could fill the room with desks, and I can assure you we would fill them all with
Absolutely.
something.
Okay, did that move? No, good. But yeah, my desk upstairs, it's less tidy during the week than it used to be. I don't tidy up every day anymore.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you've lost that enthusiasm.
It's just
I'm
a
just too
timing
busy,
thing.
yeah.
It really is a timing thing.
Like before we came down today, I was mid-testing, and normally I would have like put all that to one side, but it's literally just
Left.
across my desk. Yeah. But it definitely gets tidied.
It does
Friday
on a
evening,
Friday. Always on a Friday, because the cleaners come in on a Friday night.
Except when they surprised us last week.
Came on a Thursday.
Oh, they did.
Ah, what are you doing here?
And we looked at our
Oh.
desks and it was like, oh, I'm sorry.
It was so awkward because we actually bumped into them and we apologised for the state of our room. And they said, oh, it's all right, we know you're the messies.
That was a little bit embarrassing.
Karen's watching. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
And
I
she's-
gotta throw it, oh, go on.
No,
Sorry.
go on.
I gotta throw it out there. Are you a tidy crafter or a messy crafter?
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know.
I reckon there's more messies than there is tidies.
I think it's part of the creative genius. I think if you
I
are a
think so.
creative, you tend not to have a tidy mind.
Well,
That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it.
what? Leah Thino's just said, are you a crafter if you're not making a mess?
This is
Exactly.
very true.
But I
Very
also-
Exactly.
I often feel like if I'm doing something down here and I'm struggling for inspiration, I'll tidy it. So
Right.
how can you procrastinate and tidy it if it's not messy?
This is true.
That
is the
is
way
true.
that I think about it.
That is true. I mean, it is lovely to come in on a Monday morning. Everything is put away. Everything is clean and tidy, and you're ready to start your week. There is something really satisfying about that,
There is.
isn't there?
Here we go. So we got Leah Thino said that about how can you even be a crafter if you're not messy. Anne is a very messy crafter. Julie is messy. Jean is messy. Lou is definitely messy.
I knew there was
Sue
more
is definitely
messies.
messy. Jill reckons a messy desk is a sign of genius.
I think so as well.
Specifically the creative type.
Absolutely.
Sharon has agreed. Sign of genius.
There we are. We'll go with that one.
Yep.
When we haven't got a word, we'll say we're a genius.
Absolutely.
So we don't have words. We don't need them.
Mo has said that when they're done, their fingers are rainbow coloured.
Aww.
Bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more on the corner, yeah.
Sue has said that she's messy during the process,
Mm-hmm.
but
And then
has to
clears up.
tidy at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I finish a project upstairs as well, I like to
Yeah.
have that cleaned down before I bring the next thing out.
Vicky does that. Every card, Vicky will clear everything away and then she'll start again.
That's very, very organised.
That is very old. Vicky's room is immaculate.
Oh, no,
I
I've
don't know whether
seen-
you've seen Vicky's room on Facebook.
She posted a video recently, didn't she, of
She did.
some of her stuff.
She did. And all her card stock is lined up in colours. Her room is absolutely stunning. So where are you thinking now? Where are you going with
I
this?
don't know.
Okay.
Don't ask me difficult
Shush then.
questions.
Shush.
Well, I'm thinking, okay, so if I'm doing the spotlight technique, the idea is that you only colour a small portion of your image and cut it out and then overlay it. So
Okay.
I'm thinking I'm going to colour a chunk of this
Nice.
and cut it and then lay it back over that, maybe with a mat or two behind it.
Nice. I like that idea. I've never done that. Has anyone else done a spotlight idea? Or spotlight card, should I say?
Shall we chuck a sentiment in it while we're here? What have we got?
I've got to have a sentiment.
I couldn't have picked a better friend. Isn't it lovely?
Aww.
Let's put that in there.
What other sentiments are in this set? Is it still available on the website?
I do believe it is.
So you have Grow with the Flow, You're the Best, Keep Growing. Was this Wild on its own and Free is separate. And then you've got Wild in the World. In the whole, oh no, that's a different one. In the Whole World, this one says. What's the word to go with that one then?
Something in the whole world.
So you could say, do say yours is you're the best.
You're the
Right.
best. Yeah, you're the best in the whole world.
Oh,
That's nice, isn't it? Look at you grow.
you're losing your voice too. Wow.
I am a little bit of a frog.
Clearly, we've talked too much today.
Oh, absolutely. And then we've got Ever. And what else have we got? You Drive Me. So you go, You Drive Me Wild.
Ooh. Wow.
I can relate to that with how this room looks after you've been in there.
I think you're being
Any of
very
you?
rude
I don't know
today.
what
Any
you
of the
mean.
any
I
of the
think
five
you're
of you.
being rude. But you also have Thing in the middle. I've missed that one.
Oh,
You can have Wild Thing.
Wild thing. Nice. Okay, let's chuck these back on that.
Okay, okay.
Karen's just said this is a lovely technique, but she didn't know it had a name.
Oh, it does. It's called the spotlight technique. There you go. And there's that.
I have that one as well.
Thank
That'll be
you very much.
your crafty assistant.
Why, thank you.
We like a bit of assistance.
Carrie's asked us, she asked us a little while ago, is there a Tonic magazine out with instructions on how to make one of those suitcase record players? If so, where can I buy it, please?
There's a magazine how to make the suitcase, but not the record player. So if you can fathom how to make the record player, there is definitely a suitcase in this launches magazine. That will be available on the website at the moment.
I'm glad you brought it up though, Carrie, because we were looking at that before the show
We
tonight,
were.
and it
It's
is an
amazing.
absolute
Yeah.
cracking piece of cracking little make.
We had a quick look at the website, didn't we, at the group before we came down?
Yeah, we were having a look and there were some amazing projects on there.
Stunning.
I'm trying to
Absolutely
think, who was that
stunning.
one that we liked, the suitcase? Can you remember?
Can't remember.
it
It looked like a double
Kim?
frame, didn't it?
Yeah.
Very holiday. It had all the nice dies around the outside, the palm tree and everything. It was really pretty, and I can't remember who he was.
I'm sure it was Kim something.
could be. It could be. And we just saw a lovely cookie jar as well. With some decoupage
Yes,
around
oh,
the
that's
outside.
gorgeous. Like daffodils and bluebells or something.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning. And like we say to you, we like to see your projects, and we do genuinely like to see them, and we do look at them. Because we like to see the inspiration you're giving us,
Mm-hmm.
and also what we are giving you. It's one big team.
And so like we we obviously make all our samples for packaging and everything, and then we kind of put that set away. And sometimes once it's been released, it's nice then to go back and see what other people
Yeah.
are doing with it and be
Yeah.
re-inspired again to do something different.
So these are our alcohol markers,
Mm-hmm.
and they come in a set of 12.
This is a 12 pack. Which
It's
one is this?
Julie Healy made the
The cookie jar, was
no
it?
the
record
record player,
player.
I think, because she's just left a comment for us on this, so she's watching. Hello, Julie.
Hiya,
Hi, Julie.
And said that she'll do a video.
Oh, brilliant.
Fabulous.
I'd
Thank
love to
you.
see that.
Yeah,
Julie
please do.
does some amazing videos, mind.
And if I'm wrong there, please correct me if you did make the decoupage. I am just looking for the group, but because I've already seen it, Facebook has decided, you don't want to see this again. So
So you're not
As
allowed
it
to have a
does.
look.
As it does. Okay. Bit of orange, bit of yellow.
You feeling summery today?
I am, can you tell?
Is the rainbow coming out in you?
Well,
and you said about limited stuff. They've got quite a lot of markers there, haven't you?
it's true.
Not as mean. You're not as mean as I am, as I would have been.
I know. We tried
Yeah.
not to be.
You probably would have given me just like one ink colour as well. wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I would have given you one colour in different shades.
Oh.
But I think sometimes it's quite nice. You know, we buy all these craft supplies, and you look at your shelf with all your dies and you think, I just don't know what to make. So just pick out one die set or one stamp set. Give yourself a limited palette and see what you can create. You know, it may be that you don't want pens, but you could have a small amount of different colour cardstock. Or use your scrap box. What have you got in there?
Yeah, that's a good one. We've said about
We have said
setting
about a
that as
scrap box challenge,
Yeah.
haven't we?
I mean, it's not really a challenge for us. We've got so many scraps. We go through so much
I
card.
don't know any crafter that hasn't got a scrap box that's overflowing.
Oh, my lovely friend Leah Thino, thank you very much for watching today. By the way, Leah, she's actually doing a scrap challenge for April where everything she makes is only from scrap pieces.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cracking!
Yeah, and she's made some beautiful projects already this month.
What other challenges would you like to
Yeah.
pose for us to do? Is there
Yeah.
anything that you really want to
I like-
want to challenge us for? Because
Who's going to be next?
probably
This is true.
me, isn't it?
It might be you. Could be Karen.
It could be depending on lambing.
Yeah.
Right, we have to clarify that now. So
Every time we say this,
every
we have to
time you
clarify.
have to clarify it.
Karen's husband is a shepherd. And of course, lambing doesn't happen between 9 and 5. It happens in the middle of the night. It happens late at night. So Karen's husband shifts. Well, he doesn't work shifts. He just carries on working.
Yeah, he just works.
So he goes to work early hours in the morning and doesn't come home until late in the night. So Karen's got a little girl, so therefore she has to be there for a little girl. So there's no late nights for Karen at the moment.
Not at the moment, but we'll get her back in here.
We
don't you
will.
worry.
We will.
Yeah.
So I think it might be me. Oh, what are you going to challenge me next
Yeah.
time?
What are we
Oh,
going to
I'm
do?
a bit frightened now. I'm
Yeah,
feeling a bit like,
yeah. See, the anxiety kicks
dare
in.
I say anything? I'm sure we'd have a go though. They are pretty, aren't they?
I love the flowers in this. It's such a nice arrangement. On this
I like
stuff.
the shape with the raised centre as well. It's almost like an echinacea, isn't it? Or
What
a,
was the one we did recently? I've done it like a marigold or a black-eyed Susan, but was there the floral strips as a cone flower?
yes.
They're like that, aren't
Yes. Thing is with flowers, sometimes just by changing the colours, you get a completely different flower. Because there's only so many petal shapes out there.
they? One green. Okay, that's going to be
That's a bit
fun.
mean, isn't it?
There's a lot of foliage to do in one
Could
green.
you mix maybe the yellow with
Yes, and I've got
the
the
blue?
blender as well, so I can take some back off maybe. Let's give it a go.
What's your tips for colouring?
Oh, tips for colouring. I guess I would always, if I'm doing like shading, I would always start with a darker colour and put down my shadows first and then blend them out with a lighter colour over the top.
Right.
I always have a scrap piece next to me so I can test my colour generally before I go in with it, although apparently I didn't do it with the green. I just
You just went in there.
doze. All right, I don't really have much of a choice, do I? I
No,
only
you only
have
got
the one
one.
green, so
I suppose you could layer a bit of grey over the top, couldn't you, to get
Yeah.
some different tones?
I would definitely say swatch your colours, and yeah, like you say, try different things over the top. So if you're not quite sure if the colour that you've got is what you want, what other colours could you put with it to kind of change the colour slightly?
You've got my mind thinking now.
So let's add in a little.
I can hear it.
The cogs are dreadful, aren't
I
they?
wondered what that smoky smell was. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just mesmerised. I love watching. Doesn't matter what any craft anyone is doing, I just love watching them.
Entranced.
Absolutely. When I was young, we'd gone on holidays one year and there was a portrait painter there. Well, I think I spent most of my holiday watching this portrait painter.
Nice.
And he was using pastels.
Lovely.
Oh, he was beautiful. And then the last day of the holiday, my mother would always kind of save her money right to the end to make sure she had enough.
Yep.
And then she went to speak to him to see if he could fit me in for a portrait.
Oh, nice.
And he said, I'm really booked up today, he said. But his words were, I love doing glasses, which I had glasses as a child, and I love doing teeth. Well, I had big teeth for a child.
What an awful thing to say. Oh.
So he said, look, come back lunchtime and I'll fit her in at lunchtime. And he did a beautiful portrait. So it's the teeth and glasses.
Well, there you go.
Alex is absolutely cracking up in the corner now.
Yeah, if you can hear that weird heavy breathing, that's Alex.
Yeah, I just moved my mic.
Oh dear, it's all going to go to
Sorry,
pot now.
I just can't get over when you go, well, I wouldn't paint just anyone, but you, specs and teeth.
What a terrible thing to say.
That's a challenge, I'm up for that.
That was a challenge, definitely.
How rude. So you got some suggestions on future.
Oh, have we?
So Sharon has suggested two.
You're being kind.
Where one for Karen and her daughter with Mother and Me crafting. Or a crafters challenge with Tonic crafters and their partners. I'd love to
my
see Alan
word.
getting stuck into
Oh,
something
can
like
you
this.
imagine? No.
Alan or Ian.
No, neither of them. My son used to help. He used to die cut for me before I started here. I would just give him all the bits and he'd be there cranking the handle, doing all my die cutting, which was quite nice.
Yeah, I bet.
We've got, how about something using circle shapes only?
Oh, I like that.
Could allow cutting them, a limited colour palette, twine and glacier paste.
That is a real
That's from Mo.
challenge.
I like that, Mo.
Yeah, that would
Got
be
any
a
more?
good one.
Rachel's got a tip for you if you're trying to get darker colours. She said, if they're alcohol markers, can you layer the same colour on top and make it darker?
Yes. You
Yeah,
can.
absolutely.
You can.
So I've kind of gone back in again in a couple of spots with the green.
This is a lovely colour palette. If you're starting to colour though, isn't it? What's the name of it?
Danielle over in Texas has said it'd be cool if they could get their hands on these boxes before we did the challenge, but there's a reason we don't do that.
It's so that I don't cheat and go and find it on the
Yes.
website.
Even
So-
Leo didn't know what was in the
It's
box.
so that we can keep it as mystery, so we can keep it as a mystery to the
Where's the
person being
colours?
challenged. But we'll have a word and see what we can do for afterwards.
You never know. Okay, I don't know whether this is the colour or not. It says on the bottom, Principal Collection,
That sounds about right, I think.
And
I think
the
it is,
number
yeah.
is 344N. So if you're looking for these colours on the website, you want Principal Collection 344N.
I will get a link. I will get a link to the
Oh, he's
markers and send them out.
marvellous.
What did you say the code was, Al, to make it easy for me?
344N.
344.
Yeah,
344. Marker pen collection, Principal collection.
there we are. That's
Here
the
we
one.
go. That sounds like an essential, doesn't it?
I think
I think it is. So you've got your black, you've got a couple of greys, you've got your blender pen, and then an orange, a brown, a yellow, a green, a blue, a pink, a red, and a purple. So yeah, one of every colour.
You can
basically.
colour everything. There's
Yeah.
your rainbow.
It is. An
Your
entire
dress is
rainbow.
in that box.
It is.
Sue here has made 2 suggestions.
What,
One,
Sue?
well, the first one she's made is to challenge Alex, but the second one
I like how he just glosses right over that.
is right.
us,
But
Alex.
no, the reason is I think it ties in because
Oh, okay.
she said a back to basics challenge, just basic dies for those just starting.
I'm with you there. Absolutely with you. We've spoken about this year I'm talking about years now. It's always been the time factor. Where do we find the time to fit everything in? It just doesn't magic out of there. But I'm with you there, Sue.
What about the not my hands challenge, where 2 people combine to make a card, but they can only use one hand each?
Oh my
Oh my
word.
goodness, that would be hilarious.
And that's from Leah Fino.
Great
Oh
one, Leah. I love
gosh.
that. Sorry, this is very green at the moment. It's
I'm loving it though. It's just so calming.
It is, isn't it? Colouring is meant to be a fairly mindful kind of activity.
Oh, I definitely think it is.
Okay, let's see what we can do with a bit of yellow.
Twist.
My strength isn't with it today. We were packing boxes earlier and I could not get the tape gun to work. It just wasn't having it for me. And then Karen was just like, zoop. Oh, okay, whatever.
There's a technique rather than strength, let's say that.
Yes, that's what it is. Thanks,
Right.
Alex.
You've got
Thank
32 minutes, I thought you might like to know.
32 minutes left.
So you haven't hit the half-hour mark yet.
I think you'll achieve this in an hour.
Let's hope so.
And I didn't, and I was nice, and I didn't count the 10 minutes of preamble.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I thought that'd be
You
nice.
are being kind
I am
today.
being kind.
You
Hey,
are.
just guess what means I get to spend more time with you.
And we love
True.
that.
Yeah. Plus the warehouse is quite scary, so I'd rather you be here when it's time
We'll
for me to go
escort you
home.
out, don't
So,
worry,
yeah.
Alex.
Oh, don't.
I'm
Last
telling
time-
you, I've heard someone whistling out there when the building's meant to be
Okay,
empty.
can we not talk about ghost stories while we're still in the building? Yeah? Can we not?
No, we won't.
Like so when we did the challenges last month with Jodie and we ended and we were all walking out and the warehouse is in absolute pitch darkness and it was terrifying, and Jodie's walking behind me with her phone because I didn't bring mine down, so I didn't have any light source at all. I was like, Jodie, if you jump out on me right now, you're never talking again. I just have a problem with, like if you go to like the London dungeons and places like that, they
Yeah.
have like the actors that are in the queue
Yeah.
that kind of jump out and spook
Yes.
you. I can't deal.
I'm not going to tell you the story then from the warehouse.
Yeah, let's not. We'll just
From up
move
there?
on to that.
Oh.
Nope.
I'm not saying nothing.
Oh, should
I've
we-
never seen anything.
Right, we'll do this as we'll keep that in the back pocket for Halloween, shall we? We'll do a Halloween video.
Maybe.
Okay, blue over the green works.
I like that.
So let's make some of these a little bit
You know, like you
darker.
say, you've got a limited palette here, but look what you've achieved there.
Yeah, like a bit of yellow over the top of those.
Yeah.
This has actually really changed them, huh?
That's lovely. And like you say, you're using blue over there and you've got a different green. So don't just look at your box of colours and think, oh, well, I can't do anything with this. I got one green. That's lovely.
It's like more of a
It's like a eucalyptus colour,
It
isn't
is.
it?
pretty. Okay.
So I got a question that I think you could probably answer, Al, because I think it's before my time.
Oh gosh, go on.
So, is the set of marker pens being used, the principal collection, an additional set to the original set of 3? Now, I'm assuming that means we released 3 packs of 12, did we?
We did.
Is the principal, I imagine that's probably
Years
one.
ago, we had a pack of 3 pens. So it would be 3 greens, 3 pinks,
Right.
3 oranges. So now we've kind of mixed them all together. So rather than just buying all greens, you can just buy one set of these and you can go off and colour something. So they've kind of evolved as we've gone along.
There you go. Serena, I hope that answers your question.
But if you've got all the other colours, then you're probably not going to need to buy these.
The next question I've got is for you, Leo, while you're quietly colouring away.
Okay.
Danielle is asking, when you're feeling crafty, I mean, you can answer this as well, Al, but when you're feeling crafty, do you gravitate towards something you're familiar with, or do you actively try to use things that you haven't used before or don't use often?
What a good question. I guess it depends how much time I've got.
Yeah.
And for me, you know, because I'm not talking just about paper craft stuff, but with the type of sort of creative stuff that I do,
Your digital crafting.
my digital crafting,
Yeah.
I like to try new things, but if I want to chill out and let my brain
Relax.
just relax,
Yeah.
I will do something that I'm familiar with and just kind of, you know, bash something out, as it were.
Yeah, exactly.
I think, again, it is definitely a time factor thing. You know, if someone is saying to you, I need a card in an hour, then you're not going to try something new. You want something that you've tried and tested, that's going to work, because that's all the time you've got. If you've got a bit more time, then yes, I do like to try something a little bit different. I mean, we've talked, I do use Nouveau products, but I use sparsely. But I'm trying some new techniques with them, or thinking of trying some new techniques. So I'm sure they're going to appear in a video. So watch out.
We look forward to it.
Well, they got to work first.
You'll only get to see them if they work.
Well, you never know. You may get to see them if they don't.
This is true. I mean, there are no failures in crafting. There are just,
No.
as we say.
But you know, like you see something and you think, how do they achieve that? And could I try it with this? Because you don't always know how everything is achieved. So I'm all for trying to achieve something with a different product.
Sharon's just said, if someone wants a card in an hour, tell them to go to Hallmark.
Absolutely.
I agree with you, Sharon. They'd be longer driving to Hallmark and queuing, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They're just very rude.
It wouldn't be the same.
In fairness, Sharon, I've asked for a card in an hour. Me and Alison have asked for a card in an hour today, haven't we?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This is true.
It does happen. I mean, you know, we make cards here, don't we? So we should be able to put our creative juices together and make a easy
sometimes though, I
card.
sit and look at a craft set or a stamp set or a die set, and it's 4 hours later and I'm still looking at it with zero ideas. But that's where, you know, Instagram and Pinterest and all of that comes in.
So if you think it only happens to you, believe you me, it doesn't. It happens to everybody.
We've been working on, what have we been working on recently? So we've been doing things for birthday week.
We have.
Christmas cards in March and
I'm
April.
excited for birthday
So imagine
week.
trying to feel
Birthday
festive
week is very
and, you know, all
exciting.
that kind of stuff when it's warm and sunny outside in spring and then not. Yeah,
And then you're doing
It's
snowmen.
hard, isn't it? It is hard to do it. But we do it.
But
We do.
And we're not the only company.
No, but we had a conversation about something we could do
We
Yes.
for
have.
birthday week, haven't
We
we?
have.
Which would
We've
be
had a few conversations this week.
good, I think, if we do
I
it.
think it will. And I think you'll enjoy it as well.
Oh, yes.
I really think you'll enjoy.
We have a lot of conversations. We have
We do. You'd never think we were a chatty bunch, we are.
they're creative meetings. That's what they are.
Of course. That's so pretty.
Okay, I'm going to try and lift
So-
some of this off.
Nikoni, I think it's Nikoni or Nikoni, over on YouTube, says, Leo, they love how the colours are turning out.
Thank you.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? You wouldn't have thought from the colour set when it opened that you would achieve... You think you'd have more clashing colours. You haven't. You've complemented everything there.
So far, so good. I've still got some white spots, so we'll see. It could all go wrong at the last moment.
But you haven't stuck to pastel colours or anything. You know, you've gone quite bright. You've got your pinks, your purples, your orange, blues, as well as your greens. There's not much you haven't used.
What flowers are these? They remind me of primroses. These little,
They do.
and they come in quite bright colours. So I'm, creative license. They're blue
You've
with
always
orange
got a
middles.
creative license. They could be a little bit of a large forget-me-not.
Could be. They don't have
They could
orange
just be
middles.
closer to the camera, couldn't they?
Absolutely.
It's all the perspective.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We love a bit of perspective,
Leo sat 6 feet further away. Alison
And we
to get
love
him
a
looking
bit of
like they're the
artistic
right side.
license,
Oh,
don't we? I don't think I'd be sitting far away, Al. Not with these legs. Leah was laughing the other day, we were filming, and she said, can your legs reach the floor? I said, don't be so daft.
so
They can only just reach the bar of the chair.
So we're on bar stools here with this countertop in front of us, and I was moving my stool. I could just see Al's legs just swinging freely under the table.
There's no way my legs are going to reach the floor. I don't even reach 5 foot tall anymore.
Aww.
You know when you get to the point where you start shrinking, that's happening.
Okay, how are we looking? So,
I think that's beautiful.
Neve's just said I got her name right. Great. Thank you.
Oh,
good.
And Taylor suggested she's sure there's a lot of laughter in the warehouse too. But I'm
Absolutely.
assuming that's when we're all here rather than when there's just
After
3 of
hours.
us in the building after hours.
that is true. That is true.
There is a lot of laughter, a lot of good music quite often down in the warehouse as well. Well, I guess personal taste, but I quite like the music that they have going on down in the warehouse.
Yeah. You'll occasionally hear it, I think, over the microphones, and we have to go and tell Josh to stop playing that. I told him to stop playing that rubbish in the house.
Bless him. He loves his music.
It's great though, because you walk around the warehouse from a music point of view. You walk around the warehouse, and because it's quite big, and you tend to have there's 3 sections really where people tend to work out of, isn't it? And depending who's working where, there'll be very different tastes.
Absolutely. We'll have to have a video one day. Would you like to see what's in the warehouse? Not what's in there. Would you like to see the layout of the warehouse?
And meet the
Behind
team.
the scenes.
You will be amazed. I think when you first come to work here and you do a tour of the, the building and have a little look, the warehouse is the place that absolutely boggles your brain.
Especially if you're a crafter, because you are just walking through and under craft supplies everywhere. There's paper here, there's markers there,
There is.
stamp sets everywhere.
Molly says, "Oh yes, please.
We'll have to sort something
We'll
out
sort
here.
something out."
Okay.
Would you like me to do some die cutting?
Yes, please.
Okie dokie.
Let's get this lined up.
It
What
is.
am I going to do with the mica mist? I haven't actually thought about that.
Oh.
Hmm.
Are you going to do a little bit of a spritz on top?
Maybe. I'll have to have a look what colour it is. Alex doesn't mind if I get mica mist all over his studio, does he?
No, I'll just try and keep her away from the cameras. Those lenses are quite expensive.
It would just give us a nice soft focus,
What about a little bit of painting?
Molly's just
Oh,
asked.
yes.
Molly's just asked if we have open days.
Ooh.
We don't, I'm afraid. We've had many,
Many requests, I'm sure.
absolutely many requests. But I remember when I first started here, I kept saying, can we have a shop? Can we have a shop? But actually, the site that we've got here it's just full. There is no spare space to put a shop anymore. We've kind of taken up the whole building. Yeah, I'll even peel it off here. There we are, my darling.
That's straight. Thank you. Can
That
I
is
have
so pretty.
a couple of ovals in the mauve as
You
well,
can.
please?
You
I don't know if it's going to fit, but we'll give it a go.
I
Right,
like a bit of a trial.
mica mist. Let's shake this up.
Molly's just said, only in the Rhondda. Hi Molly, I live
You're
in the
not
Rhondda.
far away, Molly. We're only over the mountain. Trip over the bulk.
That's going to make absolutely no sense to anyone outside of
Absolutely
here.
none.
Right, okay. Where? This way, that way, probably, huh?
Yes, that
So,
way.
yeah.
Why would you even question
So
doing
right-
it towards the camera?
Yeah, just right into the lens.
I think the
Okay.
shot would be amazing to just see the lens.
I don't think
Fill
Simon
with-
would be impressed.
So I wouldn't be impressed. I just open this door and walk out, and then I'd have to come back in because there's a fence out there. And I couldn't get through.
It's not good having a strap and walking out to that door, Alex.
They tell by the time I got stuck out there.
Yeah. Oh.
So I was
Don't
working
worry
in
me.
here instead of in my office in the office upstairs, and so just so that for people watching who can't see, I got a fire escape behind my little desk here, and then there's usually the gate then that we come and get our deliveries in is just outside. So if I usually leave, I'll go out the gate and then out the door and then out the delivery gate. But they close the delivery gate at about 10 to 5.
No.
So I was working here, I got for about 5:05, I sort of walked out here, closed the door behind me, and then to my horror I realised they closed the gate. So I had to just stand there waiting for someone to walk out to the building, and this place empties at 5 o'clock.
It does.
So I had to wait for someone to just scream, help!
Oh, I'm still here.
Someone let me out!
I hope it wasn't raining that day.
So I've got some very subtle shimmer on that from that.
Oh, that's
Do you want to try
pretty.
camera 2?
This one.
Yeah.
It's very subtle. You're probably not going to see it.
I think when it dries, you'll see more of
You
the
can
sheen
see
on
it a
it.
little, but no.
That's okay. That's my underlayer. I'm happy for that to be a nice subtle bit. But let's have a look. I didn't bring any water, but that's fine. We'll just use it neat. What have I got on my paintbrush? Something grey. Okay, let's
That's not what you want.
no, let's just move that out of the way so I don't end up with that.
You got another paintbrush?
The other one's a bit fatter.
Oh, right, okay.
There we go, that's better. So, pinky mica, I'm thinking pink flower.
Yeah, I think so.
Just wipe my wet hand so I don't end up with that.
So if you've got these in your kit and you think, oh, I'm not going to use that, get it out, give it a go.
So obviously it comes in a spray bottle to mist it, but you can just pop it onto a messy mat.
That's giving it a nice sheen on top, isn't it?
It's very pretty.
I like that.
There we go, just a little hint. Maybe we'll add a little touch. Yeah, just over those as well.
Nice.
And this is it's not even sparkle spray, it's mica mist. So
But also, even if you've got you could put a little spritz onto these cards, onto these ovals, just to give it a little bit of a hint, couldn't you?
so sparkle spray is the one that is more mica and it doesn't
More
have as
colour.
much. No, is that the wrong way around?
There's
I'm
more
thinking.
colour in the sparkle.
I was thinking it was in the mica mist.
No,
I
I'm
had
sure
more
it's the
colour.
other way.
One of them does. One of them has more sparkle. One of them has more colour.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I think this looks nice on black, mind.
Oh, I bet it does.
It
Shall
looks.
we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got a few extra minutes. I'm sure.
Give a
right?
little spritz onto
You've
black.
got just over 15 minutes left.
Okay.
Mica always looks nice on black, I think. Oh.
Oh yes, it does.
There we go. If I pop that there. So obviously it's still wet at the moment, so you're going to be seeing the moisture as well. But it has the nice. It's such a pale pink as well that it does kind of pick up the pink on there.
It's lovely.
There we go. Right, so I should probably put this card together if I've only got a few minutes left. Let's hope it all works now. So I have layer, layer, layer. And then that. with
What do you
that.
think of this spotlight idea? Is this something you've tried? Is it something you'd like to try now you know what it is?
I'm going to pop that on there with glue.
Right, remind me when we're done. I have a question from Anne that I would like to ask you when you're finished.
Okay.
Teresa said that's a lovely effect. Oh, that's a nice effect.
It's lovely, isn't it?
So, bit of glue on there.
It's nice to learn a new technique, I think.
I've been saving a bunch of them on Pinterest. And now I've got to do one. I can't actually see that on there, so I'm going to put that back on there. Black glass mat.
No, unless you put it on there.
It's gone a bit squiff. Never mind, it's a handmade card and we're all going to know it.
I did a new card fold this week. I don't make many cards because we make a lot of packaging here. And it's usually the 3D things that we make the packaging samples for. So it was nice to make a card. And I did a bay window card.
Yeah.
And I'd never made one of them before. So that was a nice,
And it was lovely as well.
a nice newbie for me.
Is that for a die set we got coming out?
It's actually for a magazine. It's going to appear in the Create and Craft magazine, but
Oh,
I'm
is
not
it?
sure when.
Oh, maybe we'll have a look at it, see if we can do a tutorial for that then now. That'd be
Maybe.
nice.
So I can
Maybe.
either pop this on just as is, which I might end up doing, or I could up down.
Oh, I like an uppy downy. Alex has collapsed again.
Classic craft room terminology there.
An uppy downy is a shadow on the top and also on the bottom.
This is technically
For
an uppy downy
clarification.
sidey as well because it's poor Alex.
This is going back to the camera and the clicky clicky, isn't it?
The pressy.
You could tell the words that come out of us, can't you?
Yes, we've all had COVID. We've all had COVID-related brain fog, and sometimes the words don't quite come to us in time.
But funnily enough, we all know what each other means.
So,
Because we're all as batty as each other, I think.
yeah.
I know Karen will agree with that one.
So I think I'll do an uppy downy. Oh yes! I love an uppy downy.
Of course.
That's exactly how that conversation goes.
It went like that. I've just seen the sheen on that flower.
Oh,
That is awesome.
sorry, Kim Rowlandson says she's put an uppy downy on some wedding invites that she did
Oh,
today.
lovely.
Nice. There we go. See,
Can you
so
share
just
them in the
that.
groups, Kim?
Yes. If you are able to, obviously don't.
Yeah, don't do it if you're not.
Is there a term for that, or is it actually?
It's drop shadowing.
Oh, it is just drop shadowing.
It's drop
but
shadowing. But drop shadowing tends to be
It's a bit of a blanket term, then, isn't it?
yes. That's where we called it an uppy downy.
So there you go. I was saying, I've just where I painted the flower, the pink.
Look
one
at the sheen
here.
on that.
Oh, lovely stuff.
And you put such a small amount.
Yeah, it was
I mean, this
tiny
brush.
little drop. It's like 3 hairs.
Right. Yes. Can we
It's
have
my
a look
infamous
in on this
3 hair
brush?
Come closer now.
Yeah.
If I come
Right,
over
yeah,
there.
there you go.
Look at that. That is how small this brush is. This is your embossing brush as well.
Actually,
isn't
my
it?
embossing brush is smaller than that.
That's 2 hairs on that one.
They laugh at me. So when I do embossing, obviously I have this really fine little paintbrush that I use to brush off any excess embossing powder before I heat set it, so I don't end up with smudges everywhere. But it literally is 2 hairs in a paintbrush.
But your embossing, I've got to say, you take the time with it and it looks amazing. So that's the one tip I would give for embossing. Just take your time, get rid of any excess.
Sorry, Molly has just said, how have I missed those shows before? I think she's referring to talking about the pressy. So, Molly, those shows, you go back through our YouTube or our Facebook, because they'll be on there as well, and have a look at the
That was the camera
What
and
was
the
it called?
typewriter.
Picture Perfect was the camera. It was with Jodie and
Karen.
and the typewriter, which was... What's that called?
I can't remember.
Terrific typewriter. So if you go back through those, back through those videos on our YouTube and Facebook, you'll find them and see what we're talking about. You can literally see live these women losing words, just words disappearing out of their
Well,
head.
it's just you open your mouth and they just don't come out. They
No.
just don't.
I'm sure you've got them all stored somewhere as well, Alex, to embarrass us.
Yeah,
in
do you know
future
what?
dates.
We'll have to do an end of year bloopers reel, won't we?
You don't want to see that, yeah.
No,
See,
no,
it's
no
embarrassing
one needs to
themselves.
see that, I'm sure. All of our pre-air stories and all the rest
Yes.
of it. Okay, so...
I did send one around the office the other day of Laura telling a story about a horrific.
Oh,
Hopefully, hopefully that'll find its way onto the old YouTube soon.
He told me off today. He said, the cameras are running. I said, okay. And then we started talking about my nursing days. And he went, that wasn't the story I wanted.
Yeah, I can't put that out.
No, you can't put that one out.
I was hoping for something.
It's just not something you want over your tea. That's the only thing.
Daniel has said that your cards, or the shapes that you pulled out, looks like an Easter egg.
It does a bit.
It
Said
does.
that they love it, and
It
it's
does.
perfect time of year.
Right, foam pads on the back of here. How am I doing for time, Alex?
You have 9 minutes left. You're fine.
Oh,
Wow.
look at you. You've met this challenge and beaten it.
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
I know you're using the foam pads you're allowed
You
to use.
snaffled in.
You snuck in.
It was only because I really, really tucked Jodie up last time. She had to make a
But
foam
what a
pad.
tip. What
What a tip. Yeah, absolutely. Score it at 0.5 centimetre all the way around. Glue it together and use it as a fake foam pad.
That is good, mind.
Barbara Schlotk, again, please correct me if I've said that wrong, Barbara, has said that they've just coloured the same card, the same pattern, but with pencils on craft card.
Oh, I love that look.
We
Yes.
talked about that this week as well, didn't we?
Get it in the group, Bob.
Show us.
Yeah, I'd love to see. Okay, time for droppage.
Love a bit of droppage.
What we got going on here? Oh, that's pretty.
Right, while you're on drops, I will ask that question that I was saving till the end.
Okay.
Go on
So,
then.
Anne is saying, Leo,
Yes.
I bought the bottle of glycerin after watching your video on Nuvo drops, or maybe mousse. I think it was the drops one, wasn't it?
It was the glitter marker.
It was the glitter marker, but can't remember what it was for. I could just watch your video again, but you're right, it was the glitter marker.
So I did a background using just one glitter marker. So I scribbled it onto my messy mat, a little bit of glycerin and a sponge, and just mix the two and all over the background. I'm sure Alex will find you a
Yes, I'll find the video now
You
because
can
I
almost
remember
get a bit
it.
of a marbled effect with it, can't you? It's really pretty.
Basically, the glycerin kind of evaporates or dries
It
or something,
does.
and it just leaves all of the sheen from the glitter marker,
It's lovely.
but without that kind of wetness on the paper.
Yes.
It's very nice.
I'll see if I can find. I'll grab that the picture perfect, and
Clicky, clicky, pressy,
the
pressy.
pressy.
It's nice for doing edges around cards as well. If you just want a little bit of colour around an edge, use your glycerin and your glitter marker.
So I will reply to
You're all gone silent.
Anne's. Yeah, sorry. I replied to Anne's comment. Here you go, Anne.
Pretty.
Okay. What do we think?
That is gorgeous. What do you think? What are your thoughts on Leo's card?
Did I meet my challenge? Is the
I
question.
think you have. But it's not up to me. It's
It
up
isn't.
to everyone.
Yeah, come on.
watching.
You say.
What
Are
do
you
you think about it?
Let's hope my drops don't start going south.
Glitter drops tend to have a little bit more viscosity.
They stay a little bit more, don't they? What
They
have I done with
do.
the stamps?
I got them.
Oh, here we go. Thank you very much.
So what are we going to do for the next challenge?
All right, we'll have a look. So we got a couple of comments coming in. Teresa says, very nice card. Cindy says, congrats, Leo, for meeting the challenge. It is beautiful. We've got Denise saying the card is lovely. Karen says it's beautiful, Leo. Rachel says it's stunning. Very well done. Anne says it's stunning. Daniel thinks it's gorgeous. Angela says that's gorgeous, Leo. So I think the general consensus is you've done quite well.
Thank goodness for
Well
that.
done.
Thank goodness.
All those nerves, see, they've all flown
As soon as I
away now.
started, I was fine. It was just that, that initial, what's in the box. This is such a pretty set, though.
I love it.
I'm sure Janine, now she said that, I didn't know obviously what was coming, but she said that she was going to put some little bags together, I think, for people who order this set. So,
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Don't know
that's how
what's
it's
in
going to
them.
work. Yes.
That's
I
nice.
think it might be along the lines of your mica mist.
Ooh.
There was a couple of little things in there. So if you've not tried some of these things and you wanted to grab this Stamp Club and maybe get some little
Give it a go.
bonus nouveau as well.
Come back to the video on YouTube and Facebook, and we'll put links
Yes.
in so you guys can see it. Linda, very well done, Leo. Mo, it's very pretty. I love the black and white background with a coloured middle.
And
So
so it
that's
saves you having to colour the entire thing.
Exactly.
So this is your spotlight technique. Oh, I'm
Spotlight.
gonna. We're going a little bit south, so we'll hold it this way up and
Put it flat,
down
put it flat, go on.
there we go. This way round.
That is pretty.
There we go.
So are you going to take up this challenge as well? Are you going to challenge yourself to black and white card, one colour and some pens? Don't forget, post yours in the group.
Yes, I'd love to see if anyone is inspired by this, and it doesn't have to be this image. Obviously, if you've got any large
any
images
stamp.
that are kind of open that will work for colouring, you know, stamp it just in black ink on white paper in the background. Stamp it again and colour it and cut it out.
Nice.
Nice and easy. And you
I
can do it in
think
lots
it's-
of different ways as well. So
I think we're going to see a lot of this.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, get them in the group.
I think
Let's
so.
see what you try with the spotlight technique. And if you go uppy downy.
Uppy downy,
Gotta be
sidey
uppy downy.
sidey, yeah.
See, you've even got a spare bit here, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
What
So
you could do with that?
all I did is I actually drew around the
So
die.
this is what's left over.
Get the
So-
camera up.
That could be another aperture, couldn't it?
Could be.
You could put something else in there.
You're absolutely
2
good.
cards for 1. We love
What about-
that as well.
What about the opposite? So colours on the outside and
Black and white in
Black
the
and
middle.
white in the middle.
Yes, absolutely.
That would be nice.
So yeah, you're just kind of highlighting or spotlighting
One
one
area.
part. And I've seen it as well where you do a square and you've got your images on either corner and then
Yeah.
you meet in the square in the middle. So it doesn't have to be a circle or an oval. It could be any shape that you've got.
Nice idea, though.
Shall we give the card away? We
I
have to
think
do that.
so.
oh, do you want to give the card away?
Wow.
Alright then, yeah. Someone watching can win that card. Shall
So
we
don't
go?
forget, if you're watching and you haven't put a comment,
Right, comment
Pop a comment.
from now what shall the comment be?
oh,
Uppy downy.
Uppy
Uppy
downy.
downy.
Uppy downy. So comment uppy downy now. And then I'll pick someone at random.
And we will either sign the card for you, or if you would actually like to use the card, we'll sign a post-it note and stick it inside for you.
Yes. I think last time, I can't remember the name of the person who won it. They asked for us to sign the card, but they asked after I sent it off.
Oh,
So we signed, but Jodie signed the die set because we gave the die set away.
we did. We did.
I don't have as much sway as Jodie, so I don't think I can do that.
No. I don't-
I'd probably get in trouble for that, unfortunately. Jodie wouldn't.
But we
I
may
would.
find something, though.
We might find a little something. A little something.
I'm
something.
sure we got something round here we can send.
Oh, we got lots of comments coming in. Lots of comments.
Okay, so if
I'll
we
give
say.
Let's see. Right.
Stop, Alex. Pick.
Stop. Right. Pick someone now. The last person to comment was Linda Carey.
Linda is coming to
It's
you.
coming to you. So yeah, do you want us to
Yay!
sign the card, or would you rather we signed a post-it note and stuck it inside for you?
Yes.
Let
so
us know.
and please message us on Facebook with your address, and we'll get it sent out to you.
And we'll have a quick
Shortly.
rummage around the craft room and see
We
what we can
will,
find.
we
as
will.
well.
We'll
I'm
have
sure there's a
something.
little something that we can
Absolutely.
add in.
We've always got lots of bits and bobs, haven't we?
Always jam-packed, that place. I've been, since I've joined, I've been kind of tidying every now and again, just little clear outs, tidying up, and it's still just jam-packed. Floor to ceiling shelves everywhere.
We have a clear out every so often, don't we? But it just looks the same. It doesn't
The
look
problem
any
is, and I'm sure
different.
we're not the only crafters that do it, people come in, do you want this? Yes. Do you want this? Yes. All of the stuff from everywhere around the building ends up in our room.
It does.
Just
it
in
does.
case there's
And
something
you
we can
can't
do
throw
with it.
anything out, can
No,
you?
no,
You
a
just
tin or a
can't.
jar, we can repurpose that, we can put something on it or in it. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
You got markers there, haven't you? Linda said, "Please sign." Oh my God, I'm amazing. I'm made up. Do you want to sign it now?
Go on then.
Do you want to do it in the morning? Because we go wet drop.
This is true, I do have wet drops on the front,
Okay.
so I don't want to smudge your drops. So I have my lovely pink pen, so I'll make sure that we sign that for you in the morning.
Yes, we'll sign it and get. Well, they'll sign it and get it out to you.
Alex will sign it too.
No.
We'll all sign them.
Yes,
We
we all
will.
will.
Right.
And Karen, we'll rope Karen in
Yes,
as well.
we will. We'll get everyone to sign it.
So thank you for joining us.
Yeah, any last comments that you would like to share with the group?
A lot of people saying congratulations to Linda for winning.
Wearing the card.
For wearing the card, sorry. It's been a long day
It has.
for winning.
Well done.
Wendy says she's trying to cook dinner but still watching.
Oh,
Enjoy dinner.
absolutely.
Hopefully Rachel's got mine on.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a discussion with my wife tonight as well, and she said, "You want risotto?"
Nice.
Yes, I'll have risotto.
That'll
Nice.
sound lovely.
So looking for that. Mo said, "This was great, thank you." Well, thank you for joining us, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We've loved it, haven't we?
Absolutely. After my initial nervous excitement, we'll call it that. Yes,
It just flitted away.
it did, and we will be doing the same thing again next month. I'm
We
sure this is
certainly
going to
will.
be a regular fixture. I think.
We certainly will.
on our
So don't
schedule.
forget your makes as well. All your spotlight cards. Pop them in the group.
Yeah.
We say this every time, but we genuinely mean we love to see them.
Yeah.
So
Or if you're only on
subscribe.
Instagram, tag us on Insta
Yes,
as well.
yeah. I don't go on Instagram as much, but
That's more my forte, isn't it? Yeah, you're more
Leo will
Facebook.
follow you there.
But yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on notifications somewhere here or here, somewhere around here, so that whenever we post a new video or go live like this, you will be notified.
Absolutely, because we love you to be there.
We would, and we'll see you again soon.
Happy crafting.